Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Shafali Agrawal. We are here today for a very important reason to a fight against COVID-19. And I'm here to talk about many people who are supporting this fight. ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो फ्रंट लाइन में नहीं हैं लेकिन फ्रंट लाइन को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं ऐसे बहुत सारे हीरोज हैं जो दे आर नॉट टॉक्ड अबाउट बट वो ऐसे ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं जो बेसिकली लोगों को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं हम उनकी ही कहानी बता रहे हैं उनसे उनसे बात करके वो क्यों इस मिशन में जुड़े हैं राइट नाउ इट इज वेरी अनसर्टन तो ऐसे लोग जो सेल्फलेसली काम कर रहे हैं और सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं उनमें से एक आज हमारी गेस्ट हैं सुनीता बडोला अब उन्होंने बहुत एक मिशन करा है मास्क बनाने का एंड आई वुड लव टू टॉक टू यू एंड ब्रिंग हर सो वेलकम सुनीता टू द शो
Thank you.
तो सुनीता आई बिफोर वी स्टार्ट टॉकिंग आप थोड़ा सा बताइए कि अपने बारे में अपनी फैमिली के बारे में एंड देन वी कैन गो अहेड एंड टॉक अबाउट द शो एंड हाउ यू आर सपोर्टिंग द फाइट अगेंस्ट कोविड-19
Sure. So I'm Sunita Badola. हम लोग यहाँ चेम्सफोर्ड मैसाचुसेट्स में for last 25 years हैं. I have two daughters. My older daughter, she is in medical school, second year, and my younger daughter, she is a sophomore in high school. And my husband, he runs a small business. And I'm a scientist here at Takeda Pharmaceuticals, and I've been working in a pharmaceutical company for almost 22 years now. And this has been very difficult for all of us, especially kids, and my daughter being in medical school. She has been bombarded with all kinds of information from her med school. So as a family, we wanted to do something that helps us to get through this. So it's not for anybody, it's just for ourselves, because it's tough, and we are not in the front lines, and we are sitting at home. We are definitely helping by sitting at home, by quarantining ourselves, which is very important. And being in the pharmaceutical, I do understand, and I've been from my work aspect also, I've been part of the COVID-19 Takeda team, and I've been contributing from that aspect. But at home, we all wanted to do something as a family. And it became very apparent that, and I don't understand why masks were not considered early on, but we at home definitely considered that every time we go out, we put mask on. So for us, mask was very important. And as we started to see how some of these masks, which are disposable, becomes very difficult to, have it at that scale where you can just wear it and dispose of, So we started to look into how we can make masks which is reusable. Can we use, cloth and 100% cotton and stuff like that? So that's what we started to do as a family.
तो ये बताओ कि आप tell me a little bit more about your work and how did it start actually? How did you start thinking about making this and what inspired you to make that you play a role? And you're right, there are a lot of people who are fighting frontline and risking their life, but there are a lot of unsung heroes like you who are doing it at home and helping it. So how did you start that?
So it's just, we were, of course, there are so many people, especially in our Boston area, who are just amazing community leaders. And I think the thing that pushed us over the edge was, I don't know if you guys know, Ranjini Sehgal and Anil Sehgalji. They both were identified as COVID-19. And that just hit us really, at least because I have known her for a long time. And when I heard, it just brought everything home. And it was now so close to you that you wanted to do something. And I did participate in the mantra jap that happened. And then after that, I just wanted to do something. And we were watching, in Facebook, and I think one of the other community leaders, Manisha Jain, and I saw that she started to make the mask. And I actually bought my sewing machine almost 15 years ago, and it was sitting in the basement, and I actually never use it. So I told my husband, I was like, let's find our sewing machine because maybe this is something we can do. And I think just looking at people around you and as I can see how it is coming so close to you. And, I'm praying for Ranjini and Anil Sagalji that they both get better soon. And then for all, and I started to talk about within the Facebook and in the Chelmsford forum. We have a Chelmsford forum. So there was a family of one of the nurse who posted that, it's such a bad condition in some of these health centers and hospitals that my sister, she has no mask and she's, taking care of the patients. And when I read that, I immediately texted her and I said, how can I help? And she was
Very
like,
nice.
And at that point, I didn't know whether they can use the cloth mask.
Yeah.
So she said, I can use anything. I said, will you use cloth mask if
Wow.
I make some? And she said, absolutely, I'll use it because right now I have nothing. And she sent me that she's just putting like a bandana on her face.
Oh my God.
And that just hit me so bad. And I said, so I ordered some stuff online and apparently everything was back ordered. So then I was like, okay, how do I do this? And then, we've been to India recently. And usually whenever I go to India, I actually like the cotton from India. So I always end up buying lots of bed sheets, 100% cotton bed sheets. So I went to my attic and I had lots of these bed sheets sitting there, brand new bed sheets. And I said, okay, I'm going to use my bed sheets and start making them. So that's what I did. And my family, everybody got involved and it just felt so good.
Yeah, no, it's such a selfless feeling. I think being a physician, I understand that at all completely and what the healthcare institutions are going through today. I mean, हमारे पास PPE और ये, I mean, आप देखते हो online, it's all there that we don't have these things at every hospital. And I think that's like Manisha Jain, she is an exemplary person. She does a lot of these selfless things. And so I think you yourself is a great leader doing this. आप अब ये बताइए कि आप कैसे करते हैं तो जैसे आपने बताया क्लॉथ लेकर आते हैं हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर कि ये प्रॉपर गाइडलाइंस हैं आप फॉलो कर रहे हैं देन हाउ डू यू गिव इट टू अदर पीपल लाइक नर्सेस जैसे आपने बताया अभी भी आपका कॉल आया था कि एक नर्स है आप इतने बिजी है तो टेल मी अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट दैट
हाँ so I mean this is all new for us as well. I've never done anything like this before. तो हम लोगों ने पहले तो I mean I did some hit and trial kind of thing. So took the bed sheet. So we decided this one bed sheet, we're going to use it because it's a very nice soft cotton. Then the other bed sheet was a little bit hard. So we'll use that for the tags because I ordered a lot of the elastic things, but then apparently I also heard that they don't like elastics because they, after wear and tear, things get loose. So ties, but I think that making the ties was the most difficult part. But then, my husband and I, we measured. So we watched lots of YouTube videos, how to make it, because I didn't know how to make any of this. So we watched it and then we followed couples, of course, in the beginning, ek do kharab hue, sab gadbad sarbad hua. We just kept trying. I never gave up. So we all kept looking at it. Then my husband kept putting the thing on the TV. And then, so it was so much fun that we were all involved in this and it looks completely selfless. And we are trying to do something for somebody who absolutely needs it. Yeah. So हमने फिर बनाया उसके बाद I contacted the nurse and I said, okay, so I made this. I can wash it. I will sanitize it. Like, what do you want me to do? What is the process? So she said, don't worry about it. I will take care of all the sanitization. You just make it, put it in a Ziploc bag. And because she's working in the hospital, she doesn't even want to come and meet me. Yeah. So I dropped it outside my mailbox and put it in the Ziploc. And so I made 20 masks today. And I put it in the Ziploc. I kind of sprayed and I did whatever sanitizer I can do from my side. And then I put it out in the mailbox. So abhi jab aapse baat ho rahi thi isme, she called me. So we were just chatting and finally she has them. And then she told me that I think there's a lot of crises that they don't even have hand sanitizers and all that. So it's just mind-boggling. So I told her, I said, I'll try to circulate this information and try to get you as much help as possible.
तो फिर ये that's why I think this platform we are trying to do interviews जिससे awareness हो और लोग कुछ करें और मदद करें because I think it's a real truth कि बहुत सारी चीजें अवेलेबल नहीं हैं हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स के पास, और दे आर इन द फ्रंट लाइन हेल्पिंग पीपल. सो अगर हम हिज प्लेटफॉर्म से लोगों को ये आवाज पहुंचा सकें, सो दैट वी ऑल कैन वर्क टुगेदर इन सम वे. और अब तो आप देखेंगे CDC ने भी बोल दिया है कि यू कैन मेक मास्क एट होम, in our presence briefing. So it is something that is very legit as long as you follow guidelines. And जैसे आप कर रहे थे, आपको जब आपने ये स्टार्ट करा, क्या इंस्पिरेशन थी, क्या था अंदर कि मुझे ये करना ही है, I want to do something like this?
No, it's just like, first of all, just listening to news. I actually stopped listening to news because
me too.
it just like, it just aggravates you and you just feel very helpless. And that news is like the constant news, literally drives you insane, and everything looks out of control. And being in science and being in in this field for a long period of time, I like some control over things. So at least when I'm making these masks, I feel I'm in control of something which is going to benefit this situation. So that kind of pushed me to, and pushed our entire family. And and then thinking about my daughter, who's going to be in 2 years, will be in the front lines. Right now, she's a second-year med student, so they have not called them yet. So thinking about her and, what all these doctors and nurses are facing and the crisis they're going through, I just wanted to do something. I did lots of donations, actually from our work also. They do 100% match. So whatever you donate, they match. So I did lots of financial donations, but that still didn't feel good. I wanted to do something using my hands, and I think making these masks was just absolute wonderful feeling. I can't tell you.
और आप ये बताइए, लाइक जब कभी कुछ नया करते हैं, चैलेंजेस तो होते हैं, तो कौन से चैलेंजेस आपने फेस करे ये सब करने के लिए?
So आज सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये था कि मेरी जो स्विंग मशीन जो पिछले 15 साल से मेरी बेसमेंट में पड़ी थी, वो जो है इट वाज नॉट इन गुड शेप. तो पहले तो एक दो मास्क बने तो ठीक से काम कर रहा है, एंड देन ऑल ऑफ सडन इट स्टॉप्ड वर्किंग because of course all the dust accumulation and not proper oiling, because I don't वो तो ऐसे ही रखा हुआ है because sometimes you need for a little bit here and there. So then we started and then I got so upset that my husband ran to the garage, and then garage में we had like few different types of oil and all that. So हम लोग उसको बाहर लेके गए, then we just drowned it in the oil.
Oh my god.
Because we didn't know we could open it, and we were like, oh my god, this is not working. So पूरा उसमें काफी जगह जहाँ भी होल नजर आ रहा था वहां से ऑयल डाला. उसके बाद 1 घंटे छोड़ दिया, then all the oil kind of drained out, and then I think it just needed oil, so it started working again. So I got so happy, so clean किया उसको अच्छे से. तो वहाँ वो एक थोड़ा सा चैलेंज था आज सुबह, but we were very determined as a family to make it work. So screwdriver, we were like all ready to go. उसको पूरा, but I think it just needed oiling, so that worked out. And then I think the tag part was a little bit challenging, making the tags, because उसमें थोड़ा finesse चाहिए. तो वो शुरू में हमारा नहीं आया ढंग से, but धीरे धीरे as I started to make, now I think I got it like पूरा to the T.
तो अभी आप कितने दिन से सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? I think couple of days, right? You have been
few
supporting
days only. हाँ, अभी actually पहले तो I ordered few things online and I was hoping them to come. So मैंने cloth order किया था सब कुछ, तो वो then I got it back ordered. And then I was like, oh my god, this is not working. Then I said, what can I do? तो तब हमने 2-3 दिन से शुरू.
But आप रुकेंगे नहीं, आप करते रहेंगे, right?
नहीं रुकेंगे नहीं. अभी भी चालू है. हमने दो बेडशीट्स और निकाल दी. We are going for our bedsheets.
Yeah, that is amazing. तो आप ये बहुत ही selfless thing है, और हमारा reason ये इस show को करने का ये है कि we are able to tell stories like you and many more. ऐसे there are many groups who are doing it. Tell the stories to people around so they get inspired and do something to support, because it is a very tough time. And as a physician, I can tell you it's a very tough time for people who are there at front line, but also people who are at home, right? But आप छोटे-छोटे जो हम कहते हैं अपनी भाषा में unsung heroes who are sitting in open home and supporting and inspiring people. We want to bring their stories out, whether they are healthcare workers or not, whether everybody has some role in this really difficult times. And जब पता नहीं क्या होगा, तो आप क्या मैसेज देंगे अपने व्यूअर्स को बिफोर वी गो?
I would say whatever little act of kindness you can do, please do whatever is feasible, and I would say please spread positivity because there is constant negative information everywhere, and when you listen to the TV or anything. So I've been even like in all my WhatsApp groups, just let's keep spreading positivity because right now is the time where we just want to hear positive news, wherever it can come, and just help each other in whatever way you can.
तो
And
आपने
no task, nothing is small.
या आपको क्यों लगा कि आपको इस शो में आना चाहिए? मेरे को पूछना पड़ेगा बिकॉज आई थिंक इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट बिकॉज ये मैसेज व्हाई डिड यू वी जस्ट
मुझे
कनेक्टेड रिसेंटली.
हाँ नहीं मैं पहले मुझे लगा कि oh my god, like I have not done anything, but then I thought कि if with my this discussion with you, if it inspires somebody else,
That's exactly
let's bring
right.
as many people out there as possible. And as I wanted to tell people the challenges I had, get your bed sheets, like tablecloths or whatever, because some people may think, oh mere paas nahi hai, yeah, I can't order this, or it's back ordered and abhi shops band hain. I faced the same thing, but then what I came down to is just let's start using our bed sheets.
No, thank you. मैं आपको हाथ जोड़ के थैंक यू कहना चाहती हूँ फॉर डूइंग सच अ वंडरफुल जॉब. एंड ऐसे बहुत सारे लोगों को हम लेकर आएंगे जो शो पे जो इतना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं और ऐसे कर रहे हैं. तो thank you again for being there and spreading this awareness, and hopefully we can honor you through different platforms and different ways, also through My Power World Awards as well. So thank you again, and pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Shefali. Bye.
Bye.